Trump removes Stephen Bannon from National Security Council post. For the first 10 weeks of President Trump's administration, no advisor loomed larger in the public imagination than Stephen K. Bannon, the raw and rumpled former chairman of Breitbart News who considers himself a virulently anti-establishment revolutionary out to destroy the administrative state. But behind the scenes, White House officials said, the ideologist who enjoyed the president's confidence became increasingly embattled as other advisors, including Mr. Trump's daughter and son-in-law, complained about setbacks on healthcare and immigration. Lately, Mr. Bannon has been conspicuously absent from some meetings. And now he has lost his seat at the national security table. In a move that was widely seen as a sign of changing fortunes, Mr. Trump removed Mr. Bannon, his chief strategist, from the National Security Council's cabinet-level principals committee on Wednesday. The shift was orchestrated by Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster, Mr. Trump's national security advisor, who insisted on purging a political advisor from the Situation Room where decisions about war and peace are made. Mr. Bannon resisted the move, even threatening at one point to quit if it went forward, according to a White House official who, like others, insisted on anonymity to discuss internal deliberations. Mr. Bannon's camp denied that he had threatened to resign and spent the day spreading the word that the shift was a natural evolution, not a signal of any diminution of his outsized influence. His allies said privately that Mr. Bannon had been put on the principals committee to keep an eye on Mr. Trump's first national security advisor, Michael T. Flynn, a retired three-star general who lasted just 24 days before being forced out for misleading Vice President Mike Pence and other White House officials about what he had discussed with Russia's ambassador. With Mr. Flynn gone, these allies said, there was no need for Mr. Bannon to remain, but they noted that he had kept his security clearance. Susan Rice operationalized the NSC during the last administration, Mr. Bannon said in a statement, referring to President Barack Obama's national security advisor. I was put on the NSC with General Flynn to ensure that it was de-operationalized. General McMaster has returned the NSC to its proper function. Mr. Bannon did not explain what he meant by operationalized or how his presence on the committee had ensured it would not be. It was one more drama in a White House consumed by palace intrigue, where officials jockey for the ear of the president, angle for authority and seek to place blame for political defeats. Even as Mr. Bannon lost a national security credential, Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law and senior advisor, seems to be acting as a shadow Secretary of State, visiting Iraq and taking on China, Mexico and Middle East portfolios.